Welcome back to the Magnet Minute, brought to you by Magnet Labs. My name is Amy and I'm your host. You know, it's been a few videos since we talked about LinkedIn.
Well, most of you already know how helpful LinkedIn can be for your personal networking and building your professional resume online. It's also an extremely helpful network for growing awareness about your brand.
So I thought since so much has changed since then, we should do a LinkedIn update video. First of all, everything from personal pages to company pages to the iPad app to the iPhone app to the Android app, it's all been updated. Basically, with all the competition of social media out there, LinkedIn wanted something a little bit more visually pleasing as you're checking your professional network. Especially with people and companies sharing links and videos and stuff of that nature with their network, it's a lot nicer to check what other people are reading on the platform because of the redesign. LinkedIn also gave you the ability to start following thought leaders. So this is sort of new because usually when you are reading somebody's information, it's because you've decided to be connections on the network. But there are certain people who are so big and so influential that they deserve a one-way following feature on their profile. You can actually follow both of the presidential candidates, President Barack Obama and Governor Mitt Romney. Richard Branson, you've probably seen on all of the LinkedIn updates letting you know about the one-way following feature for influential people. He also has one of those pages, in addition to Tony Robbins and a heck of a whole lot more people. So if there are those particular professionals on LinkedIn that you were thinking, I'd really love to see what they're sharing with their network, you now have the ability to do that. Another really interesting feature that they introduced is the endorsement. You know that section, skills and expertise, that you loaded up with keywords hoping that you might come up higher in search for somebody that's looking for somebody like you? That section just got way more important. An endorsement is basically a one-click recommendation. When LinkedIn asks you to endorse your connections, you have the ability to scroll through all of them and answer a question based on whether or not that person is actually skilled, in your opinion, for a particular expertise. So for instance, you may know that I make video and I make video well, but you don't know what I'm like as a strategic consultant. So you could endorse me for video making, but you might not endorse me for social media consulting. These are the different keywords that are in my skills and expertise, and LinkedIn would ask you, if you're my connection, if you would endorse me for any of them. Another really interesting thing about this is if anybody feels like you left a keyword or skill off of the list, they can add it themselves. So if somebody felt that you were a good cake maker, and people needed to know that, they could put it in there and then endorse you for it. And now cake making is a skill of yours. How do you like that? So what's really interesting about this is that people can add those keywords themselves, but it might also be kind of cool to go back and see, okay, when did I fill out this section about myself? Maybe there's a few things I've left off in some time, and I should add those so that if somebody sees my face and that particular expertise, they want to endorse me for it, I gotta make it that much quicker for them to think about. Before you go crazy thinking, oh my gosh, how am I gonna get more people to endorse me? The best thing for you to do is start endorsing your connections, because if you give, you always get back, and that's great for your business. That's all for today's LinkedIn update. If you didn't see our previous LinkedIn video, it's still very relevant. You should go check that out, as you saw earlier in the program. And also, last week's video was good. You should watch that too. Always continue the conversation in the comments below and on Twitter at Schmatastic and at Magnet Media Inc. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because I will see you next week on the Magnet Minute.
For more great tips and resources, make sure you sign up for the Magnet Media Resource Center and newsletter at magnetmediafilms.com/subscribe.